Let me ask you a question. What do you do when your wife and your oldest son are leaving first thing early in the morning, headed to Florida? Well, I'll tell you what I do. I load up a virtually unroad tested pickup truck that I drug out of a friend's backyard, put a fuel pump in, made a few driveway repairs. I load the kayak in the back of it that I've been in twice, take it and all 4 of those rotten tires that are on there, and I try to go 60 miles all the way to the campground to do a top water only fishing video with the 1 GoPro I have left out of 3. Sounds like a great idea. I'm Willie, and this is Wanna Go Fishing. At least I hope it is, because if you're not watching this right now, things went terribly wrong. Alright, we are on the road, and this is just a little note to self that you will probably get too, is small single cab pickup trucks, when you're trying to carry a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to carrying a kayak and all of your equipment, it's a little tight up here, but we're gonna make it. I got faith, and I think we're gonna be okay. Okay. We're gonna be okay. It's only 50 miles away. At least it's a campground and we can stay. If we can't get back today. There's a good ring to it. So, let's just talk real quick about Mr. T here. I've been working on him sporadically in the driveway, doing everything that I can do. Power wise, we've got power back. As far as going through the gears, we have power. But we have a really sporadic idle. There's some days that it idles, I'm not going to say smooth as butter, let's just say smooth as homemade mashed potatoes. And then there's days like this morning, for whatever reason, where he's idling more like cottage cheese. I don't know what's causing that. I've checked every vacuum line, everything that I can check. I've got stuff in the gas right now that's extremely expensive. 44K, I think it is. It's what the professionals use to clean out fuel injection and throttle bodies and clean up the valves and stuff like that. Today is the first long trip it's had since I put that in the gas tank, so I drove it to work a couple times. But the idle is really strange, because yesterday it was idling really good, and this morning it just acts like nah. So it's a make or break, you know, sink or swim kind of thing. We're going to see what we can do as far as getting there, and I think we'll get there. I don't know what kind of ride it'll be, but so far it's okay. He idles up kind of fast. The idle circuit on this thing is really not supposed to be touched, but when I was under the hood there, I noticed that that screw that's in that idle circuit was rattling back and forth. It was extremely loose. I think it has an O-ring that kind of keeps it in place, and that O-ring's probably shot, and it had vibrated and spun itself around and did the hokey pokey and all that stuff. So all I can say is that we're on the road. Where it leads us, who knows? Anyway, that's the update. More news at 11. Okay, we just pulled into the main road into the campground. Man, I couldn't be more proud of this truck. I'm happy. Now, this day ain't over yet, but that's quite an accomplishment right there. So hopefully, we're going to catch some fish today.
Hello everybody, it's Evan again. Let me start off by saying I'm sorry I am here having to do this yet again. As you can see, we've clearly had another issue with our GoPros. I've edited this so you can see it a little clearer. For some reason, it was almost like somebody was holding sunglasses in front of the lens of the camera. It was so dark and you just couldn't see anything. We have no idea why this happened or how it happened. If you guys have an idea, let us know. Maybe we can prevent it in the future and our 7 will still be useful to us. But after this, I'm going to attempt to fix our 9 and see if I can put it back to work and we can start using it again. But if not, it's quite possible we might have to slow down recording a little bit and posting videos because we just can't predict this. We've had to scrap about 3 videos now because of files getting corrupted and whatnot. So I'm sorry, Willie is very sorry, and we hope we can figure something out or fix this. We've put a lot of money into a very big company that has let us down time and time again, and we don't really know what to do from here. So again, we're very sorry, and we hope we can get back to putting videos out regularly very soon. Anyway, I'm going to try to get this 9 fixed, and hopefully we'll see you guys again next week.
I don't even want to look. No, I didn't want to look. Well, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I can't get that out. So, I can't tell if it's in the bone, because I try to pull on it, it refuses to come back out. So now, I'm at a crossroads where, what do? Can't fish with it like that, and I can't get it out. So we'll have to just see, I guess. More later. So, a surefire way to make a fishing trip get cut shorter is to wind up one of those in your hand. Now, I had several people look at it, and several people that were EMTs and emergency people, and they all said the same thing. It's in too deep. And it is. It's in there pretty good. Way past the barb. I've tried pulling on it. It doesn't feel good. Right on a nerve. I mean, bang on the nerve. So anyway, I'm going to go in here. They'll probably have to stick me with another pointy object and numb it up and yank that thing out of there. Then maybe we can get back to fishing again. Who knows? Let's see. Anyway, let's get inside. All right, so I'm back here in the hospital parking lot. Got the hook out. They numbed my thumb up and left the room. I guess they were waiting for it to set in, and while they were out, I just started twisting and turning until I got it to come out. It's not that hard when you can't really feel anything. But anyway, I've still got a video to make. So I really don't think I'm going to put the boat back in the water, but I think we're going back and at least try to see if we can catch a few more. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I mean, this whole thing has been a great idea. This whole thing has been one great idea after another. Now, in case you're wondering how I did that, I'm going to tell you how I got the... I went to cast, and I drew back to cast, and I hooked that lure into the rod that was behind me. So it was tangled up pretty good. So I bent the rod over and started trying to untangle it. Don't ever do that. It's something I even tell people not to do, and I did. But because I was in the kayak and couldn't lay them down where I could get to them, I thought I could untangle it. Well, the rod that had the tension on it sprung out of my right hand, and when it did, it just catapulted that little torpedo into my thumb. Yeah, it did hit the bone, but it didn't do any damage. And it just was in there deep. Nothing you can do. So I came up here and they stuck me with some needles, which actually I think the needle sticking was worse than the hook. But when they left the room, I just went ahead and pulled it out. And I got a tetanus shot, which I don't think I've had in probably 50 years. That's probably a good thing. So all in all, you know, let's go fishing. Let's just stop all this nonsense and go fish some more. Yeah. Well, we gave it the old online community college try. Just too hot. Nothing happening. So, sometimes you just got to know when to say when. We've got a lot accomplished today. Mr. T went out on his first trip, which he's so far done great on. I just found out that the air conditioning actually works. Can't begin to tell you how nice that is, because it was hot out there today. What else have we learned? Okay, topwater fishing is, you can do it. I mean, I never really got a chance to throw the Rebel, which is sad, because I really had high hopes for that particular lure. But, you know, things happened. Stupid things happened. I did something that I tell people on a regular basis not to do. But I was in the kayak and was kind of in a fixed area where I couldn't really do anything about it. So I tried and I failed. Woo! What a fail. That was one of those, when that hook hit my thumb, I knew I didn't even want to look. But I knew what had happened. Anyway, a lot was accomplished today. Got the kayak out, It didn't sink. Mr. T has made it to the campground. We're on our way home now with our fingers crossed. Seems to still be running about the same. Air condition works. Met some really nice people at Riverside Walter Reed Emergency Room. So all in all, it ain't a bad day. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed, I would say, about 92.37% of it. Anyway, on the way home, thank you for watching. See you next time.